Nashville's neighborhoods are changing as new owners move in. Larry McCormick / the Tennessean. Janice Key lived in the Edge Hill area of Nashville most of her life until new homes started going up and she felt squeezed out by newcomers. She sold and moved near Rivergate. Thursday, December 1, 2017, in Nashville, TN, photo, Larry McCormick / the Tennessean, by photo. Some historic African American neighborhoods in Nashville's urban core have experienced declines of more than 20 percentage points in their black populations over the past decade, according to a Tennessean analysis of newly released census data. The findings will ring true for anyone who has followed the urban core's redevelopment and gentrification, but this may be the first time the dramatic racial shifts have been documented with data. Nashville's development boom has not only reshaped the physical landscape, but the data shows it upended the social and cultural landscape as well. Housing series, Costs of Growth and Change in Nashville. Like the rest of the nation, Davidson County's socio-economic divisions tend to fall along racial lines. Those who can afford the new and revamped housing surrounding downtown typically aren't longtime black residents. Instead, they are leaving for more affordable outlying areas, while white buyers and renters are spreading throughout the core. Janice Key lived in her Edge Hill home for more than a quarter century before developers started knocking on her door. She bought the 1,000 square foot house, perched on a hill and overlooking downtown, for $48,000 in 1992. It was a low-key and close-knit community with many older African Americans, Key said. I was comfortable, she said. Then, about 4 years ago, her neighbors started selling. Builders tore down little homes and erected what Key and the other holdouts called mansions. It seemed like a big rush, like you were being pushed, she said, while standing in front of her old home site, which is now vacant land. Edge Hill had one of the largest racial shifts in the county during the past decade. This historic African American community was home to black lawyers, doctors, and other professionals in the early 20th century. It remained predominantly black until this development boom. From 2007 to 2011, African Americans made up 67% of the total population, on average, census data shows. But between 2012 and 2016, their average share was down to 50%. The white population, meanwhile, shifted from 26% to 45% in the same time frame. A view of the Nashville skyline from Archer Street, south of town, shows new construction and larger houses pushing out longtime residents and changing the demographics of the neighborhood. Thursday, December 1, 2017, in Nashville, TN, photo, Larry McCormick / the Tennessean. Key's new neighbors, the ones buying $700,000 homes, were mostly white. They walked tiny fluffy white dogs, she said, and rode bikes on streets that were until then dominated by cars. They weren't as friendly as Key would have expected and acted like they lived there first. I don't know if it was about color, she said.